Hi guys, I'm joined with John and Saleh, and we're outside MBR, the disgusting Beagle site.
I'm glad you said that.
In Cambridge.
Disgusting.
It is. Coming here is something different. I know a lot of you guys see the posts online, probably. I don't know if you have. That's chilling enough, but I think actually being here it's just another level. So I want to talk to you guys about how you started coming here. Why did you start coming here? How long have you been here? Let's start with that.
Well, my connection with this goes back a long way. I went to prison for 18 months, 35 years ago, raided this place when we discovered it. In 1990, we took 82 dogs out of here and I got sent to prison by a judge. Believe it. People in prison were like, what are you in for, mate? I said, liberating dogs from torture. And they're like, what? So 35 years ago, that is. But now we've come to finish the job and we've got a protest camp. We've been here, believe it or not. I would have never signed up for it. A small protest camp began by just two women who said they came from a normal protest. Yeah. Normal protest. And they said, I can't. They heard the dogs crying. They said, I'm not leaving. They stayed overnight. And then more people joined them the next night. A camp started. I heard about the camp and I tried to keep away from it because I thought, oh my God, if I go on a camp here, I know what's going to happen. I'll get stuck. And that was 4.5 years ago. We've been here. We've held the presence here. For 4.5 years, that's day and night. We live here, and by the side of the road, outside this horrible dog factory. And your history goes back a long time.
Got involved in campaigning against animal testing back in the 90s, mainly a campaign against a laboratory that is only 5 miles up the road. It used to be called Huntingdon Life Science. Now it's called LabCorp. It's the biggest lab in Europe, or at least in the UK. And we used to come here sometime back in the 90s to do demonstrations. So when I first heard about the camp, I just thought, well, it's not going to last. The police is just going to get rid of it. So I kind of kept away, thinking it's just going to disappear soon. And after a month, I was like, well, they're still there and I haven't been. I have to go. And I just came on my birthday, actually. I'm here.
Got stuck.
Yeah, 5 years
Because you mentioned, like, when you got involved, was it like about before 1990s, late 1990s? Because there'd been an undercover investigation in the laboratories, and I spoke to you about it today, like the scenes in there. Because you can't torture animals kindly, you know? So in order to do that job, they build up this, not just harshness, they're punching the dogs in the face, you know? They're like, getting about the scruff of that. I'm getting effing angry with you. Boom.
They chosen the Beagle because it's the most docile or the most friendly dog that will not put a fight. But even a Beagle will resist a tube going down the neck.
Squirming.
Will resist, go backwards, needles putting into their legs time and time and time again. Yeah. So the workers, they eventually lose all control and they end up being
and add the secrecy and cruelty, and it goes out of control. Is that part of it not
illegal in the eyes of the law, though?
No.
Is that part of it not?
So every vertebrate, every animal in the UK is covered by the Animal Welfare Bill, except any animal that is used for experiments. So this dog that's been born outside here is covered by the Animal Welfare Bill. I will have to walk it. I will have to take it to the vet, make sure it's well cared for. If you're born inside that place, you have no access to the Animal Welfare Bill. Instead, they are covered by another bill called the ASPA, Animals in Science Procedure Act. Right. And that what regulates is how much pain you can give to them, how to kill them, how much suffering it can be inflicted. What John said, there is no way of putting a tube down an animal kindly and then put chemicals down kindly, and the next day do it again and increase the doses. So they have to make a different legislation that only regulates. And inside it, you know, people has been asking, well, how are they breaching legislation? the legislation is so basic that even the dogs never see the sky, never get out, don't have a bowl of water, don't get any human. They
There's
don't
no
have
one in there now. They've
enhancement.
been left alone since
Yeah.
10:30 this morning. 10:30 this
All of
morning,
that
the day's
is
work
legal.
is finished.
It's absolutely
Anywhere
legal.
else, you could ring up the police, they'd get the RSPCA.
Yeah.
They'd say, hey, listen, you've got 1,000 dogs here, you've got no one on site. They'll give you a
Pregnant
warning,
dogs.
maybe. If we come back tomorrow, you've got to have someone here at least to look at the sheds. Here, they don't
They've
have
just
to.
got the security guards, which you guys saw, obviously, when we were walking down next to the site.
And why is this all happening? Why? I tell you why. Said sad. That's why I'm glad you said the word disgusting. For money, for multinational corporations, the chemical industry and the pharmaceutical industry. Like, when we walked down the side, I said about the farmers' fields. They've just sprayed it the other day with pesticides and insecticides. And you think, how do they know that stuff's safe? You know, like, don't worry, everyone. We wouldn't allow anything on the market that's not safety tested. The safety testing is on dogs and mice. It's extraordinary.
But it's not safe. I think that's the point to make as well. This stuff is not safe anyway. There's millions of products on the market that are not safe for us, that are given to us, and they're in the shop. So, they couldn't possibly be bad for you, but it's rubbish anyway.
But once it's not safe, you will never be able to sue the pharmaceutical company that have released that product.
Because they've done the required test, which is on the beagles and the mice. It's madness.
And also there is another step in between releasing it into the market. There is the human clinical trials, where they will do it. They will test that drug in very small quantities with humans first, and it has got a 90. Some people say 92, 96, but over 90% rate of failure. So a drug that's been proved to be safe on a dog, then you put it on human clinical trials, and over 90% of them will fail.
Yeah.
And you go back to square one. So you got the failure rate plus other drugs that have been proved to be toxic on a dog, and then they just go, okay, take it out, we're not going to carry on studying. But it turned out later on by scientists who go, no, but that should have worked.
Everyone knows about chocolate, don't they? The chocolate's a kind of common sense thing, you know, like chocolate. Poisonous to dogs, you know? So it's the dark ages. You can prove anything they want.
But like we were saying, you don't go into a vet's and say, I've got a headache. What are you going to give me? You're not going to give me the dog version.
When my dog got bad tummy, goes in the garden and eats all this grass. Am I going to start eating the grass in my garden next time I got a bad tummy? I don't think so.
Yeah.
So I am different to my
So
dog.
it goes way beyond just keeping some dogs in bad conditions.
It's just to tick a box.
Tick a box.
It's
Just
not even
to-
anything
exactly.
else. It literally is just to tick a box
And then-
so they can make their money
And
from their
if
product.
you try and question it, you can't find. They go from here. They get sent in death vans to 3 places: LabCorp, Sequani, Charles River, toxicology labs. They never publish anything. You go straight into the filing cabinet for the lawyers. If it's science, it ain't science. It's violence. You can't find anything out about it. It's all covered in secrecy. The Home Office are in charge of this place. It's secrecy, and that's why we're here as a blot on the landscape for them. We're never ever going to allow this place to go back to secrecy again. We want the world does know about it now, and the saddest thing of all, though, because the writing's on the wall, you've got like artificial intelligence now, like a total game changer. It should be in terms of like research and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
If we all go away, if we don't do any more protesting, this has got no future. They'll shut this place down eventually because there's no one to defend it. No one has ever defended this
And
place apart from
the technology is ready now.
today.
Modern
100
technology to do the tests that they do on dogs. There's artificial intelligence, there is organ on a chip, there is growing cells on a dish, there is many other forms.
They clone people and things as well.
And they are cheaper and they have got way better results because they're based on human biology, not on the biology of a dog. So it will end. This place is finished.
But the minute the business plan of
They will
Monsanto.
stretch it as long as they can.
But will they kill all these dogs as well? Is it a situation where if one day they said, okay, we'll close it down, will we be able to get these dogs out and make them
Hopefully.
safe?
I've got no faith that they wouldn't kindly offer to do that, but pressure, you know. When this company was bought out by when they took it over, there was another American company. It's an American company. This place is built on the American factory, 26,000 dogs in the American factory. But when they took over there, they killed the old breeding stock. They wanted the Marshall stock. There's a thing on the wall there, look. It shows how long we go back. You can see.
We'll make sure we get footage of this.
Yeah,
before we go.
you can. Yeah, that's called the Brown Dog statue. That was erected in 1906 by people just like me and you, caring, kind people who couldn't believe that this idea. Around that time, around the world, it numbered into the tens. There was a few mad professors that were nailing dogs to tables under the name of science. They erected, broken-hearted people erected that in 1906. You can see the picture next to it. They're like suffragettes type thing in Victorian costumes.
Yeah,
This fight has gone on a long time. Gandhi, for God's sake, called animal experiments, called vivisection is the name they used to use for animal experiments. It's the darkest of all crimes because it's a slow, deliberate torture. But on that statue, erected in 1906, men and women of England, how long shall these things be? And here we are, 120 years later, and it's still going on. We see the death funds leave week in, week out, and it's heartbreaking knowing that these tests are outdated, discredited, archaic, useless, apart from the chemical industry. It's heartbreaking. I can see you upset now. This is a place of tears, you know? This is a place of tears, and we're sick of it. I'm sick of being here. I don't want to be here.
I was gonna say that we don't want to be on the stands. I want to be in my house, but we strongly believe that the more people that find out, and a good way of passing this message is by those people been living in tents for 5 years outside what place, the people will ask questions.
Yeah.
So we think our strategy from the beginning has been let's raise public awareness. People constantly comes here telling us like, what? There's test on. Some people know a little bit. Maybe there is test on
People
mice.
think it was banned in the 70s, don't
Yeah,
they?
but
I
there
thought
is
they banned
test
that in
on
the
dogs.
70s.
Very people know about it.
And how many dog lovers are there in the world? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So many people have dogs. So many people love them. So many people have them as their own family. Like, do you know what I mean? Like
Around the world, particularly in this country.
100%. So I think people need to know like exactly what's going on.
We're
in there.
here, like I said, we've got a vegan kitchen. I'm here for like, I'm an animal rights person, and I'm disgusted what they do in factory farm. I'm disgusted that I live in just the UK alone. Hundreds of millions of animals never see the sky. But the dogs are like the ambassadors, I think, for them, because they break. It's easy to get your heart broken by a dog. We've got a natural connection with it, and this place is a big betrayal of that, you know?
These dogs never get outside.
Nothing.
They don't get walked,
They get
they don't
tortured.
get played with, they don't get love, they don't get any attention. They're left for hours and hours on end.
I'll tell you a good one. They spent £4.5 million to try and get rid of us. The police have been here. They broke my ribs for flying a drone. We've had everything thrown at us by the authorities. No one will ever speak out and defend this place, but we get so much trouble. It's £4.5 million, but we got a judge who judged and he didn't get rid of us. That failed. So do you know what the next move was? Last autumn, there's a man called Lord Valence. He's described as the richest civil servant in history. He's a science minister. He's unelected.
Right.
£6 million worth of shares he had to get rid of. That he had in Pfizer in order for him before they made him science minister.
Pharmaceutical.
He's still got £600,000 worth of shares in GlaxoSmithKline. He met the CEO of Scott Marshall and Marshall's 3 times last autumn, and they were like, help, help. They've actually passed a law, a new law, where this vile puppy factory that no one in the world will defend, it's now illegal to interfere to any extent. We've already had 2 people nicked under this new law for just holding banners out by the driveway because they're interfering with the key national infrastructure. That's how bad it is. It's corruption beyond corruption.
This one is empty, so.
And just that dog there, 14. There's no such thing as a 14-year-old dog in there.
Coming, guys.
The dogs never get to their first birthday. What about that? Over 90% of the dogs are born in here. In this there'll be dogs born today in there. There's no one in there now, by the way, to monitor those births in any way. Because say if they get runs to that, it's not in their interest if they get a run. It's not how they're going to make money off a run. Let it die. But we had another whistleblower because if you look at the job advert for this place, do you want to learn how to get a qualification to look after animals? She got a job here, she couldn't believe where she was, but at least she gave us some film. And she said, of all the saddest things she's ever seen, it's the mothers in here. But they only live to like 6. But it's the mothers that she just couldn't, they're just doing her head in.
Don't the Kennel Club have a rule where you can only breed a dog 3 times?
No
a couple
rules.
years, isn't it?
No rules as far as I'm aware.
I think we've seen some of the, from the whistleblower stuff.
Yeah.
It's a bit over twice a year, isn't it?
Yeah.
1 point something per year.
Right.
But
So they just keep going and going and going.
The
and going.
whistleblower said some of the mothers are old. They're maybe 10 years old.
Did he?
So, yeah. So
Gee.
for
10 years,
So for
2
10
litters a
years,
year.
all these mothers have known is to live inside that shed,
Yeah.
never walk on grass, and have litter after litter removed from them.
Oh,
They got kicked out of Italy. They came here. That's about what they said. Italy was too restrictive. They had a place in Italy. The local people found out about it, mobbed the place.
That
They got
picture
nicked.
was taken in Italy.
Yeah, the top one.
There was a big demonstration against it, and people just jumped the fences, start taking beagles out, and they arrested some people and were taken to court. It's the same happened in Rigland Farm.
Yeah.
They were taken to court for stealing property,
yeah.
and during the trial, things start turning around. Because they were able to prove that they were breaching animal welfare legislation,
Okay.
and then ended up closing the place. About
They did it. The
2000
judge
years.
ordered the investigation into the company instead. As the judge is looking at the evidence, it's like, this ain't right. They ended up, like I said, the European manager of this company got 2 years in prison, and the senior vet. So they
This was
left Italy.
MBR in Italy before
Wow.
he came here, just a
Okay.
year before he came here.
And they left Italy saying it's too restrictive and came here. You know, this idea, like back in then, you know, like the brown dog statue, when this country, was kind of known around the world for its sort of forward progressive
Well, you'd like
thinking
to
in
think
terms of
so.
animals.
So
at least.
it takes you back to what I was telling you about the animal welfare bill. So in Italy, they were able to use the animal
Yeah.
welfare bill.
Okay.
And so MBR went, okay, so we need another place where that doesn't apply. Oh, UK.
So the UK and America,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the 2 places.
Yeah.
This is an American company. All the labs that the dogs go to, they're not labs, they're testing centers. They're all American. So it's American influence. Yeah.
I think I might have a drive up there before I go back to Essex.
It's worth
to have a
looking
look
at.
the
It's
lab. I
scary.
think
It's
gonna really
so.
upset
It's
me, but
yeah. It's
how
proper
close can you get?
next to the fence, but it's chilling.
It's so
Even though you
big.
can't see anything, you would never again. You wouldn't hear anything again. You won't. There's monkeys there. Monkeys. Monkeys like this week have been brought into this country. We track the monkeys too because it's the same company, the same vans that get used to transport the dogs. The next day they're at Manchester Airport picking up the monkeys that are flown in from Mauritius, for God's sake.
Oh my God.
And again, it's all under the radar, even though it's meant to be science. Say if it worked or something, say if it saved lives, human lives, then let's talk about it. But they don't. They know it doesn't work, and that's. Then we'd have a debate on our hands. Do you know what I mean? But there is no debate. It's all one-sided. No one ever counters what we say.
Yeah. It's
But
like what we said, it's just literally to tick a box. That's all it is.
Well,
Are you okay?
that's part of his.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
You're funny.
So it's his anniversary, kind of, today.
Yeah.
It's 3 years since he was doing the rounds. It's like he needed a home. He was a real problem, Tom.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but he's
Count-
growling
count
then.
You said lucky that you were able to touch him like that.
Oh,
He
really?
doesn't let many people to do what you just
does
done.
he
He does. I go for the.
not?
I can go into
Oh, I
here,
feel
but he used to
Yeah.
launch. But he doesn't bite.
It'll just
does
give
he?
you a warning.
You make
Yeah.
it think he's going to savage you. And he goes, ah. And Scout says, oi, oi.
Oh, bless him.
Can slag him off now.
No,
What's the
they're
difference
great.
between a Scouser and Batman?
What?
Batman can go out without Robin. Now, do tell that joke in front of them.
Listen, so I just want to get across. I know when I said to you, what can people do? You said there isn't a certain thing, but what can, if this is touching someone watching, what can they do?
So I go back to the strategy of raising public awareness, talk about it. You know, we often
Yeah.
feel too shy. Thank you. Feel too shy to talk about
That's
these
yours,
things.
is it?
No, that's yours.
Oh, yeah.
Feel too shy to talk about these things.
Yeah.
So talk to your work colleagues, to your neighbors, We got leaflets, so you can get on our website and order leaflets, cards when you're going on a dog walk. The more people that knows about this place, share on social media.
Yeah.
It feels like it's just a little drop on the ocean, but if I had one magic big hit that's going to close this place, it would have already happened. What is going to close this place is building that pressure
Determination.
drop by
Oh, yeah.
drop by drop. So by you going away and doing this podcast,
Yeah.
that you are helping. By somebody sharing the podcast is helping. By
Yeah.
somebody then dropping leaflets is helping. By sharing our post. So the more we talk about it, the more people know. And also the other angle is to reach out to our MPs.
Yeah, so we can write to our MPs.
Yeah.
We've got
Sign
an
the
event
petition,
outside
obviously.
Parliament on
Yeah.
April the 27th. It'll be our fourth. We organise a parliamentary petition every year. Every year we smash it. You have to get over 100,000 signatures.
Yeah.
And that's not a simple one-click exercise. You have to send your email in.
Yeah, no, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be our, we
once,
think it's
only
going to be
people
our,
in the UK.
Yeah.
tactically it's going to be our last petition, because we keep doing it and we keep getting these really good debates where no one speaks out in favour of animal testing.
And still nothing happens.
Apart from the government. When the Tories are in, it's the Home Office Minister. When the Labour are in, it's exactly the same twaddle, you know. And so we've reached a point now where we've exhausted that parliamentary process.
I
We're going
wouldn't say nothing has happened. Now they have published a plan to phase out. It's just inadequate plan, but 4 years ago, the first reply that we got to our first petition was like, what are you talking about? There is no problem. The second petition said, well, okay, we can invest a bit more money, so they promised more money to non-animal methods. The third petition, they said, okay, yeah, we can do a plan to phase out animal testing. And this is going to be, the plan is now out. It's inadequate plan because it's very long term and very small numbers.
It's got no timetable, it's got no
yeah.
commitments.
Right.
So this is our fourth one, and now let's see what they say.
And to me, like, yeah, it's about a kind world, a compassionate world. And that's why allowing deliberate, slow, callous, cold, calculated torture, if you allow that in your society, then what else goes? So it's really important that we get rid of this and allow to other,
And
you know.
MPs are human beings, and they need educating. Many of them gone into being an MP for many other reasons, got nothing to do with animal testing. So many of them, they don't really know anything about animal testing. They just read the party line. So it is our job to educate our MPs, to constantly send them new information, their latest research, footage of how the dogs live inside here, and go to their surgeries and educate them like we will just educate any other. They've got more influence, so it's more key and important that we
I do it.
engage
I
with
don't
them.
trust them. I've never voted. I'm not a voter, but we work hard on these parliamentary petitions. I work on it knowing it's going to fail and knowing it's going to make people even more. It's good. The people are going to stop this, not the
If
politicians.
we can just educate one, two, which we end up educating more.
To get this new law in, the Labour Party used the Labour whip, you know, when they force all the MPs.
Right.
So we've had MPs that have campaigned against animal experiments for years, but they were forced by their party, otherwise they'd be kicked out, to vote for this new draconian law. They voted in favour of it, and anti-testing MPs. It's very corrupt. When we have the MPs, you go in, the petition's under your name. I can't bear to go in that building. I like that thing that Guy Fawkes is the only person that's ever gone in there with honest intention. But we put the work in because it has to be done, not because we've got any faith in it.
Yeah, I understand. I think what you guys are doing is amazing, and thank you for having me come and chat to you today.
Yeah, no,
One
been
last
pleasure.
thing people can do, they can come and visit camp
And have a cup of tea.
Not only because it makes us happy to share our experience with other people, but also because I feel that walking along those sheds, listening to the dogs, it touches something inside you that will make you a much more committed campaigner than just watching a video.
Yeah, like
So
when we
please
make
come to
posts,
Beagle.
we do it as an emergency. We're here. If I wasn't here, it'd be too easy to forget about it. But because we're here, we can do this like alarming post. The death hands are here, the doctor. So that's why. But it's tough, isn't it? It is tough.
If you can send me the video that you showed
Yeah.
me at the beginning, I'm going to cut some of that into here so you guys can see.
And the silence where you can hear the birds singing, and the deafening where you have to turn it down, otherwise your speakers will break. It's like. But if this is science, then God help us. You know, literally, it's hidden. And it ain't science.
I'll help as much as I can. There's only one person can do, but I really respect what you guys are doing.
Oh.
So well done.
Yeah, and don't count yourself down. Every drop is building the pressure.
And don't say sorry for crying.
I know. It's just so sad. You just want to go
It's
and
sad.
get them. I don't know how you do it. It's
No,
like
no,
very,
it's
very
horrible.
difficult.